Hello everyone. So in this video we are discussing some important questions from vectors. These questions have been asked in your past years. Okay, so that will be a good revision for you. So I am discussing 5 questions on vectors, and similar type of questions are generally asked every year in your final exams of mathematics. Okay, so let's start with the first question. This is the question here. We have O is origin. You can see O is origin. OPQR. OPRQ is a parallelogram. Position vector of P and Q. Position vector of P, that is OP vector, you can see this is P vector, and OQ vector, this is equal to Q. Position vector because this is origin, okay? And X is on PR. X is on PR. There is X point. X is on PR such that PX is 2 times XR. PX is 2 times XR. Find in terms of P and Q the vector QX. You have to find the vector QX. Okay. So first see, if you have to find qx vector, so let's draw first qx vector. Directions are important vectors, okay? This is qx vector. Now it is known that this point, this is dividing, this ratio px is to xr. You can see it is given that px upon xr, this is equal to 2 is to 1. So what is this ratio? This is 2 is to 1. Okay. And now see, if this is a parallelogram, you can see OPRQ is a parallelogram. So I can easily say that this vector, which is, you can see PR vector, this is same as OQ vector. Why this is same as OQ vector? Because you see, this is parallel because this is parallelogram, and they are also equal because this is a parallelogram. So you can see PR vector is same as OQ vector, which is same as Q vector, right? So this is I am writing Q vector like this. Now see, if this is X, which is dividing in the ratio 2 is to 1, we are in the ratio 2 is to 1. So I can say, what is Px vector? You can easily find Px vector. How can you find Px vector? You can see the direction of PR vector and Px vector is same. This is Px vector. And directions are same. The only difference is of magnitude. Can I say this is 2/3 of PR vector? You can see this is 2/3 of PR vector because this ratio is 2 is to 1. So this is 2 part out of 3. So the magnitude will be 2/3 of Px vector and the PR vector, and the value, the vectors have the same direction. So what is Px vector? We know Ps vector. Now question is you have to find Qx vector. Okay. Okay. So for Qx vector, acha, let's see. You can see here, I can write this vector also. This vector you can easily see. What is this vector? This is P vector. And this vector, you know, this is again, you can say XR vector. XR vector. This is 1/3 of PR vector, right? PR vector. Because again, the ratio, direction, you can easily understand this, right? Now, how will you get QX vector? So in this triangle, you see, if you take this vector, let me use a different color here. This is, you see, we have this vector, this direction vector, this vector. So you have to write qx vector. So I can say what is qx vector. This is equal to, if you go from q to x, or you go from OQ to R. So this is QR vector plus you can say R to X, that is Rx vector. Now what is QR vector? QR is P vector, and what is Rx vector? This is XR vector, the opposite of that. So this is negative of 1/3 PR vector. Now what is PR vector? We know this is equal to P vector minus 1/3. What is PR vector? This is equal to Q. This is 1/3 Q. I hope this is clear. So what is the answer? This is Qx vector is equal to P vector minus 1/3 of Q. Now the second part is of this question is position vector of M, the midpoint of Qx. So it is given that M is the midpoint of Qx. So what is the position vector of M? Now what is the meaning of position vector? That means if you join the point with origin, that is the meaning of position vector. That means you have to find this vector. Now How will I get this vector? Now, you see here, this I can say, let's use this. In this triangle, you see here, if you take this plus qm, right? So I can say qm vector, you can write this is qm vector is equal to qm vector. We have to find which vector? You have to find position vector. You have to find position vector of m. That is, you can say you have to find om vector. So you have to find om vector. So you see here, let me write it again. You have to find om vector. Now, what is om vector? This you can say this is equal to oq. You start from here, you go to q, then q to m. Then this is plus q m vector. Now, what is OQ vector? OQ vector we know this is equal to Q plus what is QM? Now, what is this vector? QM. Now, you can see it is given that this is the midpoint. M is the midpoint of QX and QX we already got. So, can I say this will be just the half of this? So, this is half of QX vector, which is P vector minus 1 by 3 Q vector. I hope this point is clear, right? So, just simplifying this will give you this is equal to q vector plus 1 by 2 p vector minus 1 by 6 q vector. You can see this is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 6, which is equal to 5 by 6 q vector plus 1 by 2 p vector. So that is the answer for the next one. Okay. So this is the position vector of m, which is the midpoint of qx. Okay. So this is how you can solve this question. I hope this is clear. You have to just take the ratios and accordingly solve this. Now let's take the next question. In this question, it is given that OPQR, this is a parallelogram. You can see O is origin, M is the midpoint of PQ. M is the midpoint of PQ. OM and RQ are extended to meet to S. OP vector is given as P. OR vector is given as R. Find OM. What is OM vector? So first thing is, what is this OM vector? Let's write this OM vector first. Okay. So this is our OM vector, right? Now, how will you get OM vector? So you can clearly see this is a parallelogram. So I'll directly now in the first question discuss the same thing. This vector is R vector and this is a parallelogram. So this will be parallel to this. This will be half. So this is R vector divided by 2. I hope this point is clear. Why this is half? Because this is the midpoint. M is the midpoint. It is given in the question. Now this is, we know this is P vector. So you can easily write what is OM vector. OM vector will be equal to, you can say P vector plus R vector by 2. So first answer you can see this is P plus R divided by. Now what is the position vector of S? So you have to write position vector of S. Now how will I get position vector of S? That is the question here. Okay. So you see here, it is given that uh, this is midpoint. Okay. Now if you have to find position vector of S, how can you find this? So that means for finding the position vector, what is the meaning of position vector? You have to join that point with the origin and you have to get this vector. So you see here, this is our position vector of S. That is, you have to find this vector OS vector. Now we know OM vector, but we don't know what is MS vector. But we have already said that this is the parallelogram and this is the midpoint. And you can clearly see these two triangles. If I talk about these two triangles, these are similar triangles. Now why they are similar triangles? Because you see this angle and this angle will be vertical opposite angle, that means they are equal, and this is equal to this because alternate angles, alternate interior angles, you can see. So that is why they are on this angle obviously will be equal to this angle. That means these two triangles are similar triangles. Now if these two triangles are similar triangles, you can see the ratio of corresponding sides will be same. Now this ratio, that is PM, we know PM is to QM. will be equal to 1 is to 1 because this is the midpoint. So obviously this, if this is equal to this, then obviously this will be equal to this, and this side length will be equal to this side length. So can I say O, what is the position vector of S, that is OS vector? This is simply, see, the direction of this vector, that is OM vector, and OS vector is same. The only difference is of magnitude. You see, the directions are same, the only difference is of magnitude. And this is double of this. So this is double of OM vector. Now in the first part only we got what is this, 2 times E vector plus R by 2. So what is this? This is 2P plus R vector. I hope this part is clear. So that is the answer for this, 2P plus, right? Now when PT vector is equal to minus half P plus R, what can you write down about the position of T? So let's see. What is PT vector? PT vector, this is equal to, okay. So you have to write down the position of, okay. So what can you write about the position of point P? So PT vector, that means what is P? This is P. Okay. This is R vector. So you see, this is R vector. I hope this is clear why this is R vector. Let me write this. This is our R vector. Why this is R vector? Because this is R vector, this is R vector. And in this, you are see, if you write PT vector, that is you are adding R vector, this is R vector, and in this you are adding minus of half P. Okay. This is, you can see, this is P vector. Direction is this. Now what is minus P vector? The direction will be half, and the direction will be opposite of P vector, and it will be of half magnitude. So can I say you have to go like this? You see, you have to go like this, which is, you can say this is minus half P vector. I hope this point is clear. So if you reach from P to T, this will be the vector. So you see, now you can verify what we have done is, you can say this is PT vector. This is our PT vector. This is R vector plus minus half PT vector. Why this is minus half PT vector? Because direction of P is this. And I'm just taking I have just changed the direction of P and taken the half of that. So that is why this is minus half. Minus half changes the direction. Okay. And half is corresponding to the magnitude is half. So can I say T, the point T will be the midpoint of RQ. So what is the position of point T? This is the midpoint. You can say midpoint of RQ. That is the answer for this. I hope this point is clear, right? So this is how you can solve this question, right? I hope this is clear. Now the next question is, now the same lines you can solve this type of question. So I hope you are getting that how to solve the questions where we are involving ratios, and maximum questions you will find this. It is given that the quadrilateral OACB, OA vector, OC vector, and CB vector. It is given that CB vector. Let me enter CB vector. Let's draw the direction also. This is CB vector, which is equal to 2A. Okay, 2A. Now x is the point on OB such that OX is to this. This is equal to 1 is to 2. X is to XB is 1 is to 2. Then you have to find, we can see AC vector in terms of A and C. Now what is AC? Let's write AC vector. That is this vector. Let's draw the right vectors. So this is our, let me draw AC vector first. This is our AC vector. See, right now we don't know whether this will pass through X or not. So I am just randomly writing this is AC vector. Okay. So what is AC vector? You see, this is O to A, that is A, and this is C vector. So how can you add these vectors? You see, this is AC vector will be equal to, you are going from A to C. It is like going from A to O, which is minus A, because you are going in the opposite direction of A, and then we are going from O to C, which is C vector. So what is AC vector? This is equal to C vector minus A vector. Or you just say C minus A. Okay. Now what is AX vector? What is AX vector? Now how will that AX vector? So let's see if I join A index. If I join A index, this is A index. Okay. A to X. Now we know this vector. Okay. Now if you can find this vector, you can easily solve this AX vector. Now the question comes, how can you find OX vector? Now for OX vector, you know the ratio of OX is to XB, but you don't know the complete vector OB. But I can easily find OB vector. You see, this is OB vector. Now what is OB vector? Can I say this is equal to, now if you just take this triangle, you see here, if I take this triangle, this, this, and this. I hope this is clear. Let me again change the color. This is our, I'm just using this triangle. I hope this is clear. So you can see here, this is, what is OB vector? This is C vector plus 2A vector. So what is OX vector? This is OX vector. This is our OX vector, which is direction is same, OB vector. Now this is 1 is to 2, that is 1/3 of OB vector. Now what is this? This is 1/3 of C plus 2A. This is our OX vector. Now this is OX vector. How will you get AX vector? So now you can use this triangle and see, this is our AX vector and this triangle. Okay. So now what is AX vector? Let's write AX vector. This is equal to going from A to O, which is minus A, plus O to X. O to X, that is OX vector. Now what is this? This is minus A plus O. What is OX? This is 1/3 C vector plus 2/3 A vector. I just simplified this. Now what is, if I simplify this, this is 1/3 C vector. Now what is this? Minus 1 plus 2/3. You can use fraction. This is minus 3/3 you can write, and this is minus 1/3 A vector, which I can say this is 1/3 C minus. Okay, I hope this is also clear. So AX vector, we have got, this is 1/3 of C minus A. Now next question. Explain why the vector AC vector and AX vector so that CXA lie on a straight line. Now see, the next part is saying why, now you have to show that AC vector and AX vector show that CXA lie on a straight line. Now just see, we have drawn a diagram here in which I have drawn something like this. Because earlier we did not know whether these points A, X, C are on the same line. But now in the question itself, they are asking you that you have to show that by using the first and second, that is AC vector and AX vector, how will you show AC vector and AX vector? How will you show that CXA lie on a straight line? So let me just erase this and explain you. See, from this first and second part, we got what is AX vector. So you see, we have got AX vector is 1/3 of C minus A. This is 1/3 of vector C minus A. And we got AC vector. You can see, this is equal to C minus A. Now, if you just see here, you can see both the vectors. Both the vectors are different in only magnitude. You see this vector, if I say this is some vector, let's say this is some vector B. So this is 1/3 of B vector and this is B vector only. So can I say the difference between AX vector and AC vector is of only magnitude, but their directions are same. That means these points A, X, C, they will be on a straight line because AX vector and AC vector are parallel to same point, same vector. So this is what proves that ax vector, sorry, point A, x and C point lie on a straight line. That is how you can show this. And now there can be a question that what is the ratio Cx is to Ax, or what is the ratio Ax is to C? So you can clearly see the magnitude of Ax. You can see magnitude of Ax is 1/3 of AC. You can see 1/3 of A and C. So I can easily say if Ax is 1/3, you can see Ax vector is equal to 1/3 of AC vector. So if Ax vector is 1/3 of AC vector, then AC is complete vector. So this part is one part and this part is two part. This is the ratio Ax is to uh, Xc, which is equal to 1 is to 2. So there can be question also like this, that what is the ratio Ax is to Xc, which is the ratio 1 is to. I hope this point is clear. So this is how you can show that these are parallel. These are on the same line. Now the next question is, let Ox is to Xp. Ox is to XP is 3 is to 2. This ratio is 3 is to 2. And the ratio OY is to YP is 3 is to 2. And this is given that OP vector. This OP vector, this is P, and this OQ vector is Q. Now write PQ vector in terms of P and Q. So this part is easy, PQ. So just join from P to Q. You see, this is joining P to Q. So this, what is PQ vector? This will be equal to, you can see, P to Q. You want to go from P to Q, right? So it's like this. You go from P to O. So this is P to O. This is minus P vector because OP vector. This is P vector and this is Q. So P to O, then O to Q, which is plus Q. So that is the answer. Next is write XY vector in terms of P and Q. Now what is XY vector in terms of P and Q? So you see, you have to write XY vector. You see, this is XY vector. Now, how can you say what is XY vector? So we know what is this OX vector, and we can easily write what is this vector. So can I say this is equal to, let me write this. What is this vector? This is, this ratio is 3 is to 2, and we know the total vector is P vector. So this is 3/5 of P vector. I hope this is clear. Out of 5, this is 3. So this is P vector, 3/5 of P vector. And same logic, this part, this is also 3/5 of Q vector. So can I say, now I can easily write what is XY vector. So XY vector will be equal to X to Y vector. You can see this is equal to minus of 3/5 P vector. You go from X to Y, or you go from X to O, that is minus 3/5 P vector plus 3/5 Q. So this is basically Q minus P, and this is 3/5 of Q vector minus P vector. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. This part is clear. Now the next part says, complete the following sentence. The line XY and PQ are. Now see, line XY and PQ. You see this PQ vector is Q minus P. And XY vector, you see here, can I say XY vector is equal to 3/5 of PQ vector? That means the directions will be same, and their magnitude, the ratio of their magnitude is, the magnitude of XY vector will be 3/5 of PQ vector. So you can see if their directions are same, you can see they are parallel. That means XY and PQ are parallel. Now the triangle OXY and OPQ, triangle OXY and OPQ are, you can see, if these two triangles, if you talk about these two triangles, they are, you see, this is one triangle they are talking about, and this is another triangle, the bigger triangle. Now you can clearly see this angle will be equal to this angle, and this angle will be equal to this angle because they are parallel lines. That means they are corresponding angles, and this is common. That means these two triangles have all the equal angles. Equals one triangle, angles of one triangle will be equal to angle of other triangle. That means they will be similar triangles. So you see what is the answer for this? This is similar triangle. Now the ratio of area of triangle OXY to area of OPQ. So area of OXY, this, to OPQ. Now if these two triangles are similar triangle, so you can say area of triangle OPQ, sorry, OXY upon area of triangle OPQ will be equal to. Now see, we can easily write this ratio, the side length ratio, XY is to QP. What is the ratio of XY is to PQ? This is side length ratio is 3 is to 5. Why this is 3 is to 5? You can see this vector is 3/5 of PQ vector. That means lengthwise this is 3/5 of this, the ratio of this. So this ratio of sides is equal to 3 by 5. So what will be the scale factor? This is 3 by 5. So what is scale factor for area? This is 3 by 5 square, which is equal to 9 by 20. I hope this point is also clear, because area is basically k factor. The scale factor for area is k square. Area for volume, this is k cube. Okay, so this is the answer. This is 9 by 25, which is answer 9 is to 20. I hope this point is also clear. Okay. So now let's move to the last one. So I hope you are getting this, like what kind of questions are generally asked in mock test. Okay. In the diagram, you have OA vector, OB vector. It is given. R lies on AB such that OR vector is 1/5 of 12A plus 6B. Okay. So this is OR vector. P is the point such that BT vector. This is BT vector. This is 3 by 2 OA vector. This is 3 by 2 OA vector. That means you can see this is 3 by 2 times OA vector. That means you can say this is 3 by 2 times 4A, which is equal to, I can say, 6, right? 6A vector. So let me write this. This is 6A vector. This is 6A vector, right? Now, let's talk about the question. What is AB vector? What is AB vector? You have to write A. This is, I think, easy. You start from O to A. How will it? How will you get AB vector? You see, this is AB vector will be equal to, you go from A to B, correct? It is same as A to O, which is minus 4A, because direction is opposite, right? And O to B. Now what is O to B? You see, this is equal to plus 3B. So what is the answer for this? This is 3B minus 4A. Now the next part is find AR vector. What is AR vector? This is our AR vector. Now how will you get this AR vector? So AR vector will be equal to, go from A to O. This is minus 4A, and O to R. Now O to R vector is given to you. This is 1 by 5, 12A plus 6B. Now you have to just simplify this. So you can see this is minus 4A plus 12 by 5A plus 6 by 5B. So this is, if you simplify this, minus 20 plus 12 minus 8 by 5A plus 6 by 5B. So I hope this is clear. What is AR vector? This is minus 8 by 5. This is done. Okay. AR vector is minus 8 by 5 A vector plus 6 by 5 B vector. Now what is OT vector? So let's write OT. Where is OT vector? So you see, if I extend this, again, we don't know whether this is collinear. So let me not draw like this because we don't know whether this is collinear. I am just, we have to just join O to T. Okay, so it may be collinear, but these O, R, T are on the same line, but right now we don't know. So I'm just saying this is OT vector. Now, how will you get OT vector? You see, this is OT vector is equal to, you go from O to T is same as O to B, it is 3B vector. Then B to T, this is equal to plus 6A vector. So this is the value, this is the expression for OT vector. Okay. So this is 3B plus 6A OT vector, right? So this is the expression. Okay. So this is our expression for 3B plus 6A. This is 3B vector plus 6A. I hope this is clear, right? Now complete the following sentence statement. The point ORT are in a straight line because. So now we have to show that ORT are in same line. Now what is OR vector? You see this is OR vector, right? So can I say OR vector is equal to, if I just take 6 common, this is 6 by 5. This is, you can see this is equal to 2A plus B, and this also you see if I take 3 common, this is equal to, you see this is equal to what? Okay, let me do it like this so it will be easy directly. So this is our OT vector, right? Now what is OR vector? This is equal to 1 by 2. You can take 3 common, or you can take 9. If you take 6, I want to simplify like this so you can directly observe this. You take 2 common. Okay, this is 1 by 5 and you take 2 common. So you see, if I take 2 common from this, okay. So what is this? This is equal to 6A plus 3B. You see, if I take 2 common. And this you can see this is same as OR vector is equal to, this vector is same as this vector. This is 2/5 of OT vector. Now what does this mean? OR vector is 2/5 of OT vector. That means their directions are same. That means they will be collinear. Right? I hope this is clear. OR and OT vector are in the same direction. And that means they are collinear. Right? Now the next point is, so that is the OR vector is equal to 2/5 of OT vector. So this is 2/5 of OT vector. OT vector. Okay. So that is the reason, right? Now, next part is triangle OAR. Triangle OAR. This triangle you are talking about OAR, this triangle, and triangle TBR. Where is TBR? This is a triangle TBR. This triangle. So they are saying that triangle these are similar. Find the value of this. So area of triangle TBR upon area of triangle OAR. Now see, area. Let me see. Let me write this. OAR and TBR. Okay. OAR and TBR. See, OAR, TBR. So we have just said that OR upon OT, right? The vector OR is 2/5 of OT. So can I say this is ratio 2 is to 3? OR is to RT is 2 is to 3 because this is 2 part of 5. The total part should be 9. So you see I have written to OR is to RT is equal to 2 is to 3. This is given to you. This is we have proved, right? Now see, if these two triangles are similar, these two are their corresponding sides. So what is the area of triangle OAR upon area of triangle TBR. This is equal to 2 by 3 whole square, because look at the ratio of area. So that is K factor, that scale factor is 2, 3. 2 by 3, that is 2/3 square. Okay, so this is 4 by 9. So this is the question, ratio of TBR. Okay, you have to just write the reverse of this, that is 9:4. That is 9:4. So that is the answer for this. So I hope you have understood these questions which I just discussed. These type of questions, this is how you approach it. So that's it for this. Thank you. And please follow this channel, because I will be uploading some more questions on different topics. This will be a good revision for your exams, final exams. Okay. So that's it for this. Thank you. Bye bye.